Hello and shalom, good people. This is Yiska coming to you with another food review or video, rather. I am making breakfast. Well, I guess you can call it brunch because I wasn't making it until about after 10. So, but guess what I'm making? Come on, just guess. You give up? All right, I'll tell you at the end. Here's my ingredients. And shalom, shalom. Here I am about to just prepare my apples. Got to, of course, cut them. And I realized I didn't peel them before I started cutting this one, because generally I do. So I did this one a little backwards, but oh well, it still gets the job done. So just here, peeling off my apples from the skin. Of course, I sped this up. I don't think you guys need to see me peel apples. Probably don't even need to see me cut apples, but maybe not. Maybe so. I don't know. But here I am doing it. Apples are actually one of my favorite fruits. Which, yeah, I eat a lot of fruit. Eat your fruit, y'all. I'm just saying, eat your fruit. Eat your fruit. Anywhere that you can get it in, eat it. But I am done actually cutting those. And so now I'm actually going to be dicing. Now, you want to dice, you don't have to dice too small unless you really want your apples to be super, super small. I don't particularly care about them being super small, so I dice them accordingly, but you can do however you like. I did use 5 apples, I think it was, maybe 6, I can't really remember, but you want to dice them all up, and then once you're done dicing, we will be moving on to our batter. Have y'all guessed what I'm making just yet? Tell me in the comments. Boom, there goes our diced apples. And here goes our wet ingredients. This is about 2 or 3 eggs, I can't remember. And of course I melted my butter and put it in there. I did use whole milk for this, guys. You do not have to use whole milk at all. Honestly, that's actually all I had. Generally, I do keep 2% in the house, but yeah, I didn't have that. So I used what I had. And that was about a 1/4 of a cup. Actually, it was 2 1/4 cups, so that would be half a cup, I believe, that I used. Oh, no, I used a whole cup. I really wanted some of that whole milk in there. Yeah, I don't remember adding this much milk, but yeah, whatever. I think it was a cup and a half, actually, now that I look at it. But of course, use as much or as little as you would like. I do like my batter a little loopy, so that's most likely why I did that. And now I'm putting in some sour cream. This is help it to get and contain moisture. You want to use 1/4 of a cup of that, or just about. Of course, we're going to get every little bit of that out of that 1/4 cup, so I'm using my spatula to get the rest of it out of that measuring cup. Yep, get all of that. Don't leave none behind. None is left behind, okay? And after that, I'm going to go ahead and give this a good mix with my whisk. Is it whisk or yeah, that's how I've always said it. Whisk. Look, take it or leave it. But yeah, give it a good mix. And it should look about this consistency. It shouldn't be too thick. Just want to make sure that it's all combined very well. Yep, I'm taking my time doing this, y'all. I want to get all those chunks out of there from the sour cream. I probably should have used my hand mixer, but this bowl wasn't, it wasn't supposed to actually be used, but it was what was on hand. So I used what I could. All right, once I'm done mixing all of that, I will go and put together my my dry ingredients. So there goes my mixing bowl for my dry ingredients. Of course, you can use any flour that you would like. I think the main thing that people use is all-purpose flour. But first, I put in my baking soda. Don't know why I did that, but hey, there you have it. Yeah, I did this kind of backwards today. I don't know. I just was really, really hungry, I guess. Was just trying to get it together as quickly as possible. There goes my all-purpose flour. I used about 2 cups of that, if I'm not mistaken. The baking soda, I believe I used about a teaspoon. There goes 1 cup. And there goes the 2nd cup. These are going to be so yummy, y'all. So good. I promise you. Absolutely heavenly. And so fluffy. Have y'all still not guessed what I'm making yet? Come on. Guess what I'm making? Of course, you gotta add your protein, baking soda first. Protein is actually coming later. And most likely I did use a half a teaspoon. Okay, and added my salt. And this is brown sugar, of course. I think I added about 2 to 3 tablespoons of this. It wasn't a lot because I added the sugar later, I believe. White sugar, rather. Of course, you gotta have your cinnamon and your nutmeg. Oh, there goes the salt. Some things I measure, some things I don't. I don't know why. Sue me. But I pour until my heart's content. There goes the cinnamon, and now putting in the nutmeg. I think I was having a little trouble with the nutmeg because it's probably giving me such a headache, such at the bottom of the bottle. So yeah. Okay, and now we're mixing. Definitely just make sure it's all incorporated. And once you do that, then of course add your wet ingredients, your dry ingredients. Yeah. Okay. Looking kind of good right there. Make sure all of that is in there. Like I say, give it a good mix. You can use your whisk. You can use a spatula. I obviously chose a spatula. You can use your hand mixer. Just make sure that you're mixing it very well, incorporating it very well. And of course, sped this up because who wants to watch somebody mixing all day? I don't. All right, once I give this a good mix together and it's all incorporated, I now add my protein powder. And this gives it obviously more protein. I really wanted a lot of protein in here, so I did use 2 scoops of this protein powder. Use whichever protein powder you would like if you want to add protein to this. If not, or a little extra more protein. Don't worry about it. But yep, I wanted extra protein in here, so I used 2 scoops. Added my vanilla extract. And of course, going to mix that and incorporate that till it's all well combined. And here's the fun part after this. Where's those apples? Here they come. So I did put about half, maybe 3/4 of the diced apples inside the batter. You guys have to have figured out what I'm making now. And of course, you give that a good mix. Now remember, I said I was making brunch, so gotta know what I'm making now, y'all. Come on. Let me know in the comments if you figured it out. Alright, so I wanted to try something different. I don't know why I did this, but I thought that the nonstick spray would still give me like crispy edges that I like on my pancakes. Oh, if y'all guess, pancakes. Yep, I'm making pancakes, but I like the crispiness edge of my pancakes. However, this spray was not giving. So, I did this batch with the spray, but it wasn't giving, y'all. Don't use that for your pancakes, okay? Go ahead and use that butter for them crispy edges. And I'm just using my 1 tablespoon scooper to put in the amount of batter I want for each pancake. Spread it out as much as I can without them touching. I would not want to have one big pancake, which would, I probably will try next time. We'll let them cook for a while and then flip them over, which I'm doing now. So disclaimer, I am not the best flipper over when it comes down to pancakes. I am not. Nope, I'm not. I try to be, but I'm not. And I'm not going to act like I am. So as you see, I got that third one. It was kind of trying to stick to the side there when I tried to flip, but it still did what it do. Is that, how you say it did what it do? Anyway, these are done and I'm plating them. Even though they are not perfect in size, they were so good, so fluffy, y'all. I mean, oh my gosh. You gotta try this recipe. You definitely just have to try it out. And as you can see now, I'm using butter because Also, in the pan next to it, I am cooking my eggs as well. Obviously, brunch. No meat in this. I actually wanted all of my pancakes, and I know me, if I have some meat with it, I am gonna get super full. So I wind up putting the protein powder in to have the protein that I need for these pancakes. Yes, use butter, y'all. Don't use non-stick spray. That was not a good idea for me. At least I highly suggest that you don't use non-stick spray. The butter is, you just can't replace some things for some. things, if that makes sense. So here I am, just dropping them in, shaping my pancakes into the pan here. Yes. Are y'all enjoying the music? I hope so. Try to keep you guys entertained while you watch me cook. Alright, just checking on my eggs, as you can see. Scrambling them up. I only like scrambled eggs, y'all. I mean, of course, I like deviled eggs or hard-boiled eggs. But if I was to have them this way for breakfast, they have to be scrambled. I cannot do no sunny side up and all of that. Obviously, we're going to add our cheese into our eggs. Yeah, no, I'm not a sunny side up, runny type person. I don't know. I just need my eggs to be cooked. Nice and fluffy and cooked. Okay, now that I put my cheese in, I am going to flip over these pancakes, I believe. Yep, let them cook. Once they cooked on the other side, then I plated those. Don't they look so good? That's so much better than the first batch. And now I am topping off these pancakes with some more diced apples. This is, of course, optional, but like I said, apples are one of my favorite fruits, so why not do it this way? Of course, after you've put a plethora of apple bits on top to your heart's content. Give me just a few more apples, y'all. Once I've done that, then I am going to just put a little syrup on top, and that's that, y'all. Nothing to it but to do it. I hope that you enjoyed this video and think that my pancakes are very lovely to see and watch. And until next time, see you later. Shalom.